we're going to go ahead and kick off with probably one of the biggest stories, at least by dollar value. And that would be our friends over at the European AI powerhouse Anthropic, because they're seeking $2 billion in funding at a valuation of $60 billion. This reflects the growing excitement and investment in all things AI, particularly generative AI. And there have been some significant losses at many startups, which Anthropic is hoping to kind of sweep under the rug a little bit. Now, you may recall that Anthropic was founded by former OpenAI employees. It focuses on safely testing and has seen substantial growth in revenue, primarily from business sales, which seems to be a switch from where AI is being positioned with a lot of consumers. Stephen, do you think Anthropic is going to get what they're looking for in this funding round?
Yes, I think they're going to get lots of money. Anthropic is doing a lot of things right. I know that it's it's fashionable to criticize companies like OpenAI, and frankly, I don't blame you. But Anthropic is actually an interesting case. As I talked about yesterday on TechStrong Gang, Anthropic being based in Europe and being subject to European data privacy laws and stricter controls by the government and a more consistent government, if you can believe that, Europeans. Anyway, it is actually in I think, a better place than many of these AI model companies that they're going up against. This funding round would make Anthropic the fifth most valuable startup in the world after some notable names, including OpenAI and SpaceX and Stripe and Databricks. And why is that? Well, the answer is because Anthropic is basically OpenAI, but I don't know, a little less troublesome. They have put together some incredible models. The Claude model that they have, the latest Claude, is right up there with anything that OpenAI has. And it's also in a much better position with regard to copyright. Now, by all accounts, Anthropic, just like OpenAI, did in fact use copyrighted materials when developing their models. But Anthropic has been restrained by the courts and by popular governmental controls from doing that quite as much. They've also been restrained by a record industry lawsuit that has perhaps informed their culture on things of copyright, respecting copyright, and so on. And as I talked about yesterday on Techstrong Gang, one of the interesting aspects of that is I'm hearing that they are increasingly turning to synthetic data to train their newest models. Now, that's for a couple of reasons. One is because they just plain ran out of data. Every AI company is hungry for data and basically running out of it. The second reason is the controls on copyright and restrictions on using data. The third element is that now they already have systems, the older versions of Claude, that can produce really high quality and truthy sounding data that they can train their new models on. What I posited there and what I will posit here is just like in the 80s when companies were able to make a clean room alternative to the IBM PC BIOS. I think that companies like Anthropic are going to make clean room AI models based on entirely synthetic data. And that will enable them to sidestep much of the copyright issues that have been brought up. Now, it doesn't sidestep all the rest of the issues, but I should also point out that the technology has been improving so much that some of the burn down the rainforest aspects of AI model training have also kind of gone by the wayside. If you're still thinking that, that's so 2024. In 2025, I think what we're going to be seeing is a lot more focus on safe and energy efficient, if you can believe it, AI models from companies like Anthropic. So overall, as you can hear, I'm a little bit positive on this company. And in fact, I am switching a lot of my stuff over to Claude because it does such a nice job and because, frankly, OpenAI doesn't. So it's nice to see.